If you feel as though you lack the confidence to be who you envisioned yourself as, if you feel as though you're in social environments and you don't appear as confident as you want to appear, if you feel as though you just don't know what you're doing in terms of social settings when it comes to conversations, if you feel as though you just lack the confidence to engage on a normal basis, then this is the video for you. This video is going to be teaching you how to appear more confident than you actually are. It's going to be teaching you how to radiate confidence, how to ooze confidence, even though you may not be as confident as you're about to appear, okay? Even though all that confidence may not be there, you're going to appear as though you're one of the most confident people that that person has ever met. Although confidence comes from within, true confidence comes from within. It's a process, 100%. But there's a way to appear more confident than you actually are. And I wouldn't say that it's faking it, but it's stepping into who you're eventually going to be just a little bit earlier. Appearance is the first thing that lets you know what type of person someone is, okay? When someone looks at you, when someone engages with you, when someone observes you, they're going to be able to gauge what type of person you truly are. And this is usually what makes us overthink. Usually we're so busy thinking what other people are thinking about us in public. We're thinking, oh my gosh, they are noticing how unconfident I feel. They're noticing how I look. You don't feel self-assured. You don't feel firm in yourself. But instead, you feel like you just stick out like a sore thumb. And you feel like everyone else is noticing how you stick out. You become more self-conscious when you're in public settings. And therefore, it just makes you feel as though everyone is noticing how you actually feel. When in turn, this is an internal dialogue. You are creating more problems for yourself by thinking this way. You are in control of how you present yourself to the world. And this is what this video is going to teach you, how to improve yourself. So that when you reintroduce yourself, it's no longer a shy, timid person who lacks confidence, but it's a bold, confident person who's able to engage in ways they never did before. And there was a specific thing that I'd done in order to appear confident. And eventually, that's how I embodied true confidence. And this one thing that I'd done and continue to do up until this day is something that I'm going to share later on in this video. I'm going to share it because I honestly think it's very important, probably the most important point that I'm going to speak about today. Honestly, because if you do this one thing continually, eventually you will embody confidence, and social anxiety cannot talk to you. You can appear more confident than you actually are, and that's exactly what I'm about to show you. Step 1. Your posture and your mannerisms. Listen, I cannot stress how important it is for you to care about your posture when you're speaking and your mannerisms, okay? Some of you are too tense when you're in certain environments, when you're engaging in conversations. You are interacting with people and your body language is closed. You are tense. Your shoulders are just rock solid. You're not moving. You're just like this. Your hands are like that. And you are just not engaging with your body. You can be speaking, but your body says otherwise. Body language is one of the biggest telltale signs as to how a person really is, okay? You can tell whether a person is confident or not based on their body language, okay? If your body language is closed and just reserved, then ultimately the person that is engaged with you is going to think this person isn't as confident or comfortable in this situation. Fidgeting is one of the biggest ways to know when someone is nervous, when someone lacks confidence, when someone isn't comfortable or self-assured. If you are speaking to someone and you feel nervous, sometimes you play with your nails, sometimes you play with your jewelry, sometimes you play with your necklace, sometimes you play with your earring. You just feel a need to fidget in order to relieve some of the nervous feelings that you're feeling. And I want to tell you, you need to learn how to control that. Because if I see someone fidgeting while I'm speaking to them, I'm going to know that, okay, this person feels a little bit nervous, they feel a bit uncomfortable, and perhaps they're not as confident right now. It's a big telltale sign. You're fidgeting, you're adjusting your feet, you're adjusting your position every minute because you're not confident in how you're sitting. You just don't look comfortable, babe. Adjust your posture. Sit upright. I mean, you can slouch if you want, but don't slouch in a way that lets someone know that you don't feel good or you don't feel comfortable. Do what makes you feel comfortable, but in that moment, own it, okay? If you're gonna slouch with your arm up. Like, don't just sit there and look like a lost puppy. Put effort into how you are presenting yourself in a conversation. When you're speaking and engaging, try and speak more with your hands. That lets the person know that you are comfortable, you're free, you're confident in what you're saying, even if you may not actually be. Like, and even if you can't use your hands to speak, nod your head, move your head, make facial expressions. Don't just look like a little flipping mannequin and just sit there like, move around a little bit, okay? And also maintain eye contact. Oh my gosh, this is so important and something that I learned later than I wish I did. Maintaining eye contact is one of the biggest signs to appear more confident than you are. If I'm engaging with someone and I notice that they're struggling to keep eye contact, meaning they keep looking away, or every time we maintain eye contact for a period of time they have to look away, or they start looking flustered and they just try and avoid eye contact, or they're looking everywhere but my eyes, I'm gonna know you're not as confident in this conversation. I'm gonna know that I'm in control of this conversation because clearly I'm more confident than you right now. And eye contact is a way to show the person that you're engaged, you're interested, you are comfortable, and you are assured in this conversation. So I want to challenge you. When you're speaking to someone, try and maintain eye contact for as long as you can. Even if it's for 30 seconds, 5 seconds, even if you have to look away for a second, come back to their eyes and try and maintain the eye contact. 2, control the way you speak. If you are speaking to someone and you feel nervous and you feel under pressure, calm down, breathe. Think about what you're going to say and speak slowly but firmly. Don't whisper, don't just speak fast to get the conversation over and done with. Although you may feel nervous in a moment, think in your head what you're going to say and speak. And also control what you are saying. The way you speak lets someone know a lot about you. So you want to be able to control how you speak. You don't want to make someone feel as though you're overcompensating in that situation. Because sometimes when we overtalk, we appear as though we're overcompensating for something else. And they zone out. Okay, they don't listen anymore because you're just over talking rather than saying few but intentional words. Stop speaking negatively about yourself. If you're having a conversation, it doesn't matter how you feel. If someone is speaking to you, you do not need to feel the need to highlight things you don't like about yourself. Nobody cares if you think you're fat. This is not a pity party, love. Like, nobody wants to hear how much you don't like yourself. Nobody wants to know how you think you might not get that job or you this that the other. Don't get twisted. It's good to speak to people, but don't make it become a habit where you're speaking negatively about yourself. That just lets me know you're insecure. You're not confident enough. You're not self-assured. Like, nobody cares what you don't like about yourself. If you don't like things about yourself, take that active decision to make a change. I'm going to create an analogy for you. If you've got Jolene over here, and then you've got Miranda. Jolene is having a conversation with you and she's engaging and you say, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. And she's like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then you've got Miranda and you're speaking, she's engaging and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. She's like, oh, but I just feel like I just need to lose a bit more pounds and maybe I would believe it. But then Jolene here is so confident and she's going back and forth. She's speaking with intent. She's so interesting. She seems so confident when she speaks because she's making eye contact. She's not fidgeting. What she's saying just seems like, oh, this girl's really confident. You know, she's really speaking with self-assurance. She doesn't doubt, she doesn't this, she doesn't that. Whereas Miranda here, every chance she gets, she's talking about how fat she is, how she wants to lose weight, how she wants to go on a diet, how this, that, the other, how, oh, these clothes just don't fit me. Who would you rather speak to? Jolene or Miranda? Because I would rather speak to Jolene. Because Jolene seems like someone who I can actually have an engaging conversation with, rather than Miranda, who just makes me feel embarrassed for her, makes me feel sorry for her. 3. In the midst of conversations, in the midst of engaging, in the midst of going about your daily life, you don't need to act like you know it all, okay? If you're in a position where you don't know something, ask, okay? Even if you feel under pressure, you feel like people are going to look at you like you're stupid, ask, okay? Ask for help, ask for guidance, ask. It's going to let that person know, okay, this person isn't afraid to ask for help. This person isn't afraid to acknowledge that they don't know this. This person doesn't care what other people think, but they're going to ask. Even if you're asking one question to the shopkeeper, where's this, where's that? Because a lot of us get anxiety about asking questions. A lot of us are in meetings and don't want to speak up. A lot of us are in interviews. Or maybe someone's speaking about stuff that you're not familiar with, and oftentimes we try and act as though we know what they're talking about when we don't. And say, for example, they pull us up on that, and then we can't answer it because actually I don't know what you're talking about, I just acted like I did. You're going to look stupid. Rather than actually asking for help, asking for someone to elaborate more, like, oh, actually I'm not familiar with that terminology, could you elaborate a bit more? Or asking someone to just help. Number 4, start conversations. It's so easy to avoid conversations. It's so easy to feel like, oh, I don't want to start a conversation because I feel like I won't know what to say. It's so easy to feel insecure about that. Like, I don't know what to say. I feel like I might not be interested enough. They probably won't care what I have to say. Challenge yourself to do that. And you can start small. It could be when you're getting a coffee in Starbucks, Costa, Pret. You get a coffee and you just speak to your barista. Oh, in there's quite busy. Make little comments. Like, try and just make comments and just speak up a little bit more. Oh, thank you. Or complimenting them. Like, oh, I like your glasses. They're quite nice. Or, oh my gosh, I didn't even know you lot do this in here. Like, this is such a good deal. Like, just saying stuff and just throwing it out there and letting the conversations flow. It could be you starting conversations with people in your workplace that you don't usually speak to, but you just decide to speak. And many of you think, what would I even say? How would I even start a conversation? Ask questions. Even if you don't actually care what you're asking, it's a great way to practice. Sometimes I got to people, I'll be like, oh my gosh, where'd you get this from? I don't care where they've got that from, but I want to engage. I want to get comfortable engaging with all types of people. So I will try and have conversations with my clients at work. Half the time, I don't care about speaking to my clients. However, like, on a personal level. However, there's a tick in my brain that goes, lakeishaa, speak to them. Get more comfortable speaking to strangers. So I would just speak to them and ask them questions like, oh, how long have you been doing this? And what got you into it? And I would just ask questions. I will make them feel like the center of attention, and I will engage with them. And in that way, I became more comfortable having conversations with strangers because I practiced, okay? And a great way to keep conversations going is to just ask questions. Step 5, learn how to take compliments, okay? If someone compliments you, don't feel the need to overcompensate. Don't feel the need that you have to compliment them back. Don't feel the need that you have to, go the extra mile for them. If someone says, oh my gosh, you are so pretty. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That means so much to me. You're so kind. Oh my gosh, you're so lovely. That's how I would respond. If I feel led, I would genuinely compliment you back. Like, oh my gosh, you're pretty too. Like, you're actually beautiful. Like, look at us. Like, but if I don't feel led to say it, then I'll just accept the compliment and that's it. Don't feel as though you don't deserve that compliment because it wouldn't have been given to you if you don't deserve it, okay? If you've got Jolene over here and you've got Miranda, now Jolene's confident. Miranda isn't. Someone says to her, Jolene, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And Jolene says, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Someone says to Miranda, oh my gosh, I love your nose. I think it's so pretty. And she says, oh, I don't actually like my nose. I think it's so big. Like, would you want to compliment Miranda again? Or would you just rather not compliment her? Because every time you compliment her, she takes it as an opportunity to actually say, oh no, I don't actually agree. Even if you don't agree, just say thank you. And number 6. Positive affirmations, baby. Now, we know that positive affirmations come in a variety of ways, whether you speak it to yourself in the mirror every morning before bed, but positive affirmation continually throughout the day is what will help you appear more confident, because what you tell your mind is ultimately what your body is going to act out. If you are in a situation and you're beginning to feel overwhelmed, you're beginning to feel as though you're going back into your shell, speak positive affirmations to yourself. Like, no, you are that, babe. You got this. You are confident. Everyone is staring at you because they're in love with you. I mean, don't let it turn into vanity, but let it be a thing where you're constantly telling yourself everything that you want to hear. Let yourself know that you deserve every single thing that you are about to take. Walk into a room telling yourself, I am that girl. And when I walk in here, I walk in here as that girl. I don't walk in here timid, shy, and afraid to take all of the attention. I am that girl, and I deserve every single thing that God has for me. You deserve the best that life has for you, because confidence is a feeling. It is something that you develop inside of you, but it's also an aura. It's an appearance. This is how you radiate confidence, by appearing self-assured, okay? You do not stand like in a meek way, but you stand tall and firm. You speak with intent. You hold your eye contact. You don't fidget. You appear as though, yeah, I am that girl. When you speak, you ask questions. You engage in conversations. You take time with your speech, okay? You walk into a place and you allow yourself to be seen without feeling like you need to shy away. Number 7, I like this one. This one is dress as your future woman, okay? I can't stress this enough. I used to feel shy about dressing a certain type of way because I felt as though people on the road would stare at me. And so I'd feel a little bit like, I'd feel a bit self-conscious. Oh my gosh, I don't want people staring at me. I don't want to draw too much attention to myself. So let me kind of dilute my wardrobe and dress a little bit more like how everyone else is dressed around me. But then I realized, lakeishaa, you are cheating yourself of what you are. I like to dress very, what I will call bougie. I like to dress bougie on a budget, baby. I like nice jewelry. I like nice clothes. I like to do my hair. I like to look good. And I don't ever want to feel as though I can't dress like that because I'm too scared of what people think. So even if I feel nervous, even if people are staring at me, I will dress how I want to dress. Dress how you want to dress. But make sure how you dress reflects who you want to be, not who you are. Because you could be going through depression right now. It doesn't mean you have to dress as though you're going through depression. You can dress as though you are the baddest bee on this planet. Your appearance plays a part in radiating confidence. Dye your hair that color, paint your nails, do whatever you want to do to improve your appearance, as long as it's your choice and you're not just dressing to conform. Step 8. This is the last and most important step. Okay, this is the last and most important step. This is what I've lived by. This is how I truly became confident. This is what I do to maintain my confidence. This is what I do even if I don't feel confident. This is how I became truly confident and not just appear confident. Fake it till you make it.
What do you do on those days that you don't feel like confident or fearless or powerful like you did out there?
Pretend.
Fake it?
Yeah.
Till we make it?
I mean, why not?
You don't have to feel how you look. You don't have to act how you feel. If you go into an environment, you can decide what persona to put on. You can decide who you want to be today. That is the fun of being you. You can decide who you want to show up as. Doesn't matter if I was shy yesterday. I can be bold and confident today. Fake it till you make it. The way I carry myself, the way I ooze confidence, the way I radiate confidence is by following these steps. And then I eventually became confident, because if you do something long enough, you will eventually become that. If you act a certain type of way, it will eventually become habits, and it will eventually become your personality. So me doing all of these steps, forcing myself to start conversations, talk more, forcing myself to stop fidgeting, to stand firm, forcing myself to maintain eye contact, to improve my appearance, was faking it till I made it. And honey, I made it. I am confident. I'm not the most confident person, okay? But I'm confident, and way more confident than I've ever been in my entire life. And that's because I worked on my confidence. But this is just a video on how to radiate confidence, even if you're not actually truly as confident as you appear to be. But I thank you, girl, for watching this far. If you watched this far, please like the video. Please comment down below. And please subscribe. Share this video to a friend, a family member, someone who you think needs to hear this. And turn on your post notifications so you never miss an upload. But I will see you in my next video. Bye.